So welcome to the Australian BYD Owners Weekly Update. So this is a series of videos I'm going to produce each week around information that I think BYD owners would be interested in. I know that sounds presumptuous, but that I think you'd be interested in. So there's going to be some news, there's going to be some Q&A, questions around that. There's going to be information around technology and evolving technology that I think you'd be interested in, plus other information that I think you'd be interested in. So today the news is going to be around sales. I've got the car sales for Q2 and how the EVs and hybrids have performed. I've also got year-to-date figures for EVs, Teslas, BYDs and all the others, so we'll have a look at those. So I've got three Q&As. I've got how to turn the wireless charger off so you don't have to burn your NFC card or your credit cards. People have complained that they can't open their hood and what is the issue there and how to fix it. And the Air Purification System, it still is something that not a lot of people really know much about. Then in the technology section, I'll introduce you to some AI that I think you'd be interested in. And the AI is going to tell us all about PM 2.5, which our Air Purification System takes out of our car. And some other interesting things that you can do with AI that I think will really amaze you. So let's move on. Australia-wide sales figures for motor vehicles is out for Q2. So that's April to June. So let's have a look at those figures, shall we? So this gives some really good insight. This is the second quarter, which is up till June. So that's March, April, May and June. It gives you the total number of vehicles for all cars. And if you look at this one, you'll see that for all fuels, it's almost 300,000. If you look at, so it breaks it down into battery EVs, plug-in hybrid EVs, hybrids, and hydrogen. So let's just look at hydrogen. 0. Well, that's pretty good. Let's have a look at EVs, battery EVs. So it's 25,000. So there's 300,000 all vehicles, and we have 25. So what's that? It's about 8% of all vehicles sold were battery EVs. The plug-in hybrids was bugger all, and the hybrids themselves. Wow. So if we look at that, hybrids were 22,000 and battery EVs was 25. So battery EVs have actually taken over hybrids. In fact, if you add plug-in hybrids together with hybrids, what's that? That's 25, 24. So battery EVs have sold more than both plug-ins, hybrids and hybrids combined. Be interesting to see where that goes next. ICE cars, of course, 246,000. So it's very clear that battery EVs are gaining a huge market share. That's amazing. 8% of vehicles sold were battery EVs, and battery EVs were there were more battery EVs sold than hybrid and plug-in hybrid, which is amazing. Now let's have a look at the battery EVs and their sales. I've got the sales figures for Q1, Q2 and Q3, and we can have a look at those. So these are the figures for EV sales for Q1, Q2 and Q3. So that's January to March, April to June, and July to September. So they're very current and very up to date. As you see, Tesla is way in front. But number 3 is a BYD 803. Okay, so let's look at this. You'll see that 803 in Q1 was a long way behind Model 3. I think that was largely because of supply issues. Then in Q2, they caught up and they're getting very, very close to Tesla Model 3. That could also be because people are probably dropping off buying the Model 3 because of the new model coming. And then, so yeah, BYD 803 is pretty damn close, way in front of the MG ZS. However, MG4, and I assume that they had supply issues to start with, they're up there. They're going to jump right up to the top. Now, they're a different car to the 803, yeah, I agree. They're probably more in line with the more powerful version of the Dolphin. But I think with their rear-wheel drive, which they're pushing really hard, they're going to get up there. So for the year, 803 is still number 3, way in front of all the others. So certainly Tesla and BYD dominate. So let's look at some others. So the Volvo Recharge, the Polestar. I would have thought the Polestar would have been doing a lot better than that because they certainly talk the talk. Kia EV6, Cupra Born. Okay, got off to a slow start, but it's starting to get up there as well. The Nissan Leaf, it's still going. So there you go. We all say, what are these silly little charging stations, the weird plugs? Well, that's for these guys. So in this part of the video, we do a Q&A, question and answers. So I get a lot of owners ask me questions. I see on Facebook a number of questions as well. So each week I'll present a couple of them. Today I'm going to present 3. How to turn off a wireless charging. What does PM 2.5 inside and outside, what's that all about? And why can't I open my hood? A question I'm asked quite a bit is about the car charging facility that tends to burn credit cards or NFC cards. And what happens is if you have the NFC card or the credit card there by itself, nothing happens. But as soon as you put your phone on it, then it starts to get the current going, and it can actually burn the card and put a hole in it. So there's been people on Facebook that have said they've lost cards and lost their NFC cards. And it's very difficult to get an NFC card out of BYD, believe me. So the answer would be you don't put your credit cards there, or you don't put your NFC card there. In fact, I don't think you use that, but that's another story. The problem is it's a very convenient location to put your phone. So if it's a convenient place to put your phone and it's quite dangerous, in fact it could actually cause a fire, perhaps. Don't say I said that. So if you do want to put your phone there and you don't want to charge the phone, or you don't want to charge it, you can actually turn it off. You can turn off the car charging facility so that you can put your phone there, you put your cards there, and you've got no problem at all. So let's have a look and see how to turn it off. Swipe down, go to Vehicle Controls, which is in the middle. You'll see up the top you've got more, and then there it is, just there. So toggle that, so that's on, that's off. Show you again. So Vehicle Control, swipe down, Vehicle Control, press that for more, and there it is there. Another question you see a lot on Facebook is what's this inside and outside. I've got inside of 5 and outside of 26. And that's not the temperature, I'm sure, you know. It's just saying that the inside temperature is 5 degrees and the outside is 25. That's crazy. No, it doesn't. So that's PM 2.5. So what that is your dust particles. So I'll actually go into more detail as to exactly what they are, but that's just for the sake of this video at this stage. As I said, a bit further on, I'll give you a lot more information about it. But let's just say it's dust particles in the car, and it's a filtration system. There is a filtration system that will remove that dust. So let's have a look and see how to do that. So firstly, you can see what the dust particles, or PM 2.5 is inside the car and what it is outside of the car. And that's where you can see it on the screen up here. So PM 2.5, inside is 8 and outside is 19 or 21. You can have the air purification working all the time, or you can have it just when it's needed to go on. If you go to the vehicle, you go to vehicle settings and you go to air conditioning, you see up the top, and then go down to the bottom, you'll see automatic purification. So what is automatic purification? Well, basically, if you've got it turned on, when the air gets too high, when the dust particles too high, it will turn on. So go to your air conditioning settings, and on the right hand side you'll see air purification. No, right hand side, yep. And that gives you the access to all the data and information and control. So you can do a quick purification, and what that does is it will take all the dust out, or take a lot of the dust out. You'll also see that there's numbers for inside, and you'll see numbers for outside. Both of mine are excellent. So have a look at yours. When you open the hood a lot, and the hood doesn't usually get open, but if you've got a frunk, or if you've just been to the service, the hood does get open and closed quite a bit. The problem we have, or the problem is, that you know how you pull it twice. You go pull twice, then you go and lift the hood up. If you do it quite a bit, and I've worked out why this is, but what can happen is you pull it twice, and you can't pull it up. You've actually got to pull it twice, pull it, and then go back to the lever and pull it a third time, and then it will go up. Now the reason that is that there's grease, there's lube inside there, inside that little area where the clip goes in, and it gets dry. And what happens when it gets dry? It doesn't smoothly bounce up when you release the catch twice. So if you've got a frunk or alternatively you open the hood quite a few times, or you haven't opened it for a while, it can also dry up. So the mechanism needs to be lubed. So what do you use? You use this. Spray that into that area, or alternatively, get some grease and put the grease in there, and that should fix the problem. So if you do find that you've pulled it twice, and the hood you can't lift the hood up, don't panic. I had one owner phone me and say, look, I took my car to the service centre, and I tried to open it to put my frunk in, and I can't open the hood. And so I told him, okay, well, what you need to do is to pull it twice, then go to the front of the car, give it a bit of a pull up, and then go back and pull the lever again. And he did that, and it was fine. So this segment is about technology. So we're going to look at what is PM 2.5, and we're also going to be introduced to AI, artificial intelligence. So that's looming quite large, and we're now able to use it in everyday life, and I'll demonstrate that. So I'll demonstrate with an AI that you get on the web for free called Chat GTP. It really is quite a good bit of software. It's certainly not taking over from us. It's more of an assistant than anything else, but I think you'll find it's very interesting. So we're going to ask it what is PM 2.5, and we'll see what it says. So to use Chat GTP, you go to the web and you just type in Chat GPT, and you'll find it, and it comes up like this with a question box down the bottom where you can type in. Now I've asked to provide a script with a voiceover in a female Australian accent as to what is PM 2.5, its sources and its dangers.
PM 2.5 refers to atmospheric particulate matter that has a diameter of less than 2.5 micrometers, which is about 3% the diameter of a human hair. These tiny particles are so small that they can only be viewed under an electron microscope. The primary sources of PM 2.5 include power plants, motor vehicles, residential wood burning, forest fires, agricultural burning, and some industrial processes. Natural sources, such as pollen and mold spores, can also contribute to PM 2.5 levels. The dangers of PM 2.5 are significant. Due to their small size, these particles can penetrate deep into the lungs and even enter the bloodstream. This can lead to a range of health issues, including respiratory and cardiovascular problems, aggravated asthma, decreased lung function, and even premature death in people with heart or lung disease. Furthermore, PM 2.5 has been linked to harmful effects on the environment. It can lead to reduced visibility, also known as haze, and can harm forests, bodies of water, and entire ecosystems. In conclusion, PM 2.5 is a major environmental and health concern. It's essential to be aware of its sources and the risks associated with it.
Need more information, so I type in that I need more information. So what are the levels? Please provide in the same voice.
PM 2.5 levels are typically measured in micrograms per cubic meter, (gm cubed). The World Health Organization, WHO, provides guidelines for acceptable levels of PM 2.5 exposure. Safe level, 0 to 12 micrograms per cubic meter, is considered to be of good air quality. Moderate, 12.1 to 35.4 micrograms per cubic meter, is acceptable. However, there might be a moderate health concern for a very small number of people who are unusually sensitive to air pollution. Unhealthy for sensitive groups. 35.5 to 55.4 micrograms per cubic meter can cause health effects in sensitive groups, including children, the elderly, and those with respiratory conditions. Unhealthy. 55.5 to 150.4 micrograms per cubic meter can cause health effects in everyone, and more serious health effects in sensitive groups. Very unhealthy, 150.5 to 250.4 micrograms per cubic meter, is a health alert, indicating that everyone may experience more serious health effects. Hazardous, above 250.5 micrograms per cubic meter, is a health warning of emergency conditions, as the entire population is more likely to be affected. It's essential to monitor PM2.5 levels, especially in areas prone to high pollution, to ensure the health and safety of the community.
But ChatGPT can do a lot more than just give information. What I'm going to demonstrate next is pretty amazing. I'm going to ask it to watch a video. I'm going to watch it to watch one of Sam's videos, the Electric Viking, which goes for about 10 minutes. And I'm going to ask ChatGPT to watch it. I'm not going to ask for a script. I'm just going to ask it just to go straight to voice. So you'll see it watches the video at incredible speed. I think the 10-minute video, it watches it in about 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and then provides a voiceover summary. So it's pretty amazing. I think it's worthwhile watching.
The Porsche Taycan, the world's first electric car with an 800V battery pack, has faced scrutiny over its battery housing claims. Porsche once stated this housing was waterproof, but recent events suggest otherwise. These cars use LG chemistry battery cells, which have seen numerous recalls globally. Porsche is working on its own high-performance battery cells, but these aren't in the Taycan yet. A recent recall has been issued for the Taycan EV, especially models from 2022 to 2023, due to a battery fire risk. This risk arises from potential water ingress into the battery. While EV fires are generally rare compared to traditional vehicles, plug-in hybrids have shown a higher fire incidence. It's essential to note that while media often exaggerates EV fire stories, the Taycan's recall is genuine.
Yes, so I think you can see that that's amazing. It took a 10-minute video, summarised it in about 30 seconds. It worked out a summary for it, and then provided a 51-second voiceover that explained or had a summary of that video. So that's pretty wild. But the next one's even wilder. So what I'm going to ask you to do next is to have a look at a German video, or a video about the dolphin from Germany, spoken in German. I'm going to get it to summarize it in English and give us a voice in English of that video. That's pretty good.
Schwimmt. Das ist eine Einleitung, die ich mir überlegt habe. Hier steht da der BYD Dolphin und das wird eins der bezahlbarsten kompakten Elektroautos in Deutschland werden und deshalb sind wir von der...
Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT to do just that, summarize the German video in English, and so we hit enter. Okay, so now it's reading the video. So I haven't sped it up or done anything. This is the speed that it does it. So it provides a written summary first, because that's what I asked it to do. And now it will then give me the voiceover with a male Australian accent.
The video is about the BYD Dolphin, an electric car that is expected to be one of the most affordable compact electric cars in Germany. The BYD Dolphin is presented in Madrid under bright sunlight. The car is part of the BYD Build Your Dreams brand, which started in 1995 as a battery manufacturer. In 2003, they decided to build cars. The Dolphin has been available in China since 2021 and is expected to enter the German market in 2023. The car is inspired by oceanic themes, both in design and naming. The design is said to be very European, possibly German-inspired. The car's exterior features a closed grille, full LED lights, and a design that is meant to resemble a dolphin. The car's design is fluid, with a black B-pillar and recessed door handles. The car's dimensions are similar to other compact models like the Opel Astra Electric. It's not an SUV but has a high build due to the battery placement. The car comes with a choice of two batteries, 60.4 kWh and 40.9 kWh. The larger battery offers a range of 427 km, while the smaller one provides 340 km. The charging port is located on the side, which the reviewer prefers. However, the car's charging speed is a point of criticism, with a maximum of 88 kilowatts. The car's interior is solid and well made, especially for its price point. The back seat offers good space, and the trunk has a volume of 350 to 1310 litres. The car weighs between 1.6 to 1.7 tons, which is not very heavy considering it's an electric vehicle with a battery.
Well, that's pretty cool, isn't it? It's amazing what you can do. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, well, that's great. If you haven't and you'd like to offer some suggestions, my email address is down below, as well as a link to all my how-to videos. So if you've made it to the end, thank you very much.